I'm here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a quickly average adventure. Welcome to this wander through the woods that we like to call a Stitch in the Fey. It's a D&D 5e mini campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we find our protagonists in this adventure. This group thrown together by happenstance. Wandering through the dense forest of Gargamel, through its ancient boughs and mossy floor, wandering round through its beautiful canopy, as darkened woods in places that open up into glades. And last time we found them stuck, for all intensive purposes, by a pool with a glowing fish in it. And you had some great fun trying to work out how to get away from the pool. Baku sat in it, and Nan sat in it, and then Cramlin and Tobias tried to golf club people out of it.
The two smartest of the group.
Just like some bizarre... I don't know, like it was like just some sort of Japanese game show type thing. Like, they're trying to do
Some weird
Takeshi's Castle going on.
It was a bit Takeshi's Castle.
Was it Ninja Warrior? That was it, wasn't it? Ninja Warrior? Was that one of the ones? Or was the other one? Takeshi's Castle.
Takeshi's
Castle. That was the one.
Takeshi's Castle. God, I haven't seen that in
Craig
years.
Charles narrating.
Like, absolute legend.
35 years of Red Dwarf yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, 35 years.
Ba.
Let's make them dead. Yeah, so can someone roll?
Say that to me again.
Let's make them dead. Yeah, that's
that
remember. Can Baku roll me a D20 and tell me if it is odd or even?
It's 7, which is quite odd.
Which is an odd number. Yes. Walking through the forest, heading northerly, as I think was the intended plan here, with Nan sort of leading the way, trying to work their way towards one of the main settlements within, heading for the centre, I think was the idea, wasn't it? To the Galegdon Well.
Yeah, we wanted we wanted to head towards where we think we can get to. There's a big tree and there's mushroom. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. We remember some stuff from the train. But yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. That would be Enthaven. That's where some of the
Wait. Enthaven. Yes, there's a big tree. I see the big tree on the map.
Yeah. There's Enthaven, which is one of the places that is the sort of centre of learning for the Mar Enshapar.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of learned folks, the higher elves in this sort of caste system that is in place within the forest of Gargamel. There's also the Mar Pelathon and Mar Miala, which is kind of spread throughout, who are the kind of tree carers and general caregivers to the forest. Can we have what's everyone's passive perceptions? I haven't got your sheets in front of me, I don't think so. I'd like to know what your passives are right now.
14 for me.
14 for me.
No. Your passive perception, Jim, is the top one.
Oh, 19.
19. Oh, very perceptive.
11.
11. Oh,
is it that one? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
14.
As you're walking along, Nan, how does it feel coming back to the forest after all this time?
Good question. I think the quieter it is, generally, because it's been busy since, especially since getting on the train and meeting some new friends. But I think the quieter it is and the less trouble we have, the more their mind drifts to Frohast and what other people might be up to, and what trouble other people might be getting up to. So I think there's a familiarity, a comfort in the familiarity, a sort of determination to find out what's going on here. That's sort of like when you've been away from your hometown for a while, and then you go back and everything looks a little bit different, and it's a bit like, oh, I used to be here, but I'm not really here anymore.
And everything looks a little bit like the wrong proportions. You remember them in different sizes. Oh, I find that when I go back to places like.
But it's you that's changed.
Well, technically, Virgin Records did also close down. So
in the forest.
In the forest.
And Woolworths.
Woolworths. Oh, man. That was a loss.
Where am I going to buy my singles from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I said to Focus.
Focus. Oh yeah.
I'm about going to B&Q, and I said Focus, but I'm like, bloody hell, Focus ain't been open in years.
Yeah. So and how are you feeling? Are you confident, Tobias? How's Tobias? I know you've got your little training, but how's your what's going on?
Not much.
No,
not much.
Like, I mean, what are possibly the two thoughts that come to the forefront of Tobias's head?
One of them is constantly, must get to Nana.
Yes.
Must get to Nana.
Find Nana.
Find Nana. Get Nana. I don't know what Tobias's other thought would be. Tobias, what's your other thought?
What can I eat that's going to make me sick?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Tobias is just constantly thinking about must get into Nana. Must get Nana.
If that slips for a moment, what do you think? Is Tobias amused by the immediate surrounding?
Ooh, pretty. Would be Tobias.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like, I mean, what does Tobias like? I mean, what kind of stuff does Tobias enjoy? Like, other than like doing a bit of fighting and protecting Nana. I mean, it's what he likes, I'm sure.
He likes being around. Like, he doesn't like being in towns or things like that. He finds them too busy and too noisy. And so things like the forest or like big open outside places he quite enjoys.
Comfortable here,
yeah
then. So you're feeling quite at home within the forest space. Cool. But Baku, what about you? How are you finding this kind of this joining, this merging of people? It's been a long time since you've been traveling with people. You've been a bit of a loner for some time, as far as I understand, but how's it joining with these folks here?
Very good until they left me sitting in a cold stream for 4 hours and then hit me with a stick. But you know, sticks happen. That's okay.
Brings them roundabouts, you know.
Yeah, little from column A, little from column B. So is quite liking like Tobias being away from towns and too many people again. Is quite used to being in a bit of woodland, but woodland that you can keep walking through in roughly a straight line for 2 or 3 days and it's still woodland is a new thing. And that's beginning to feel a bit strange. Quite likes it.
It's just a new bodily experience to be around that much.
Yeah. Normally the trees are darker and pointier and halfway up a mountain where I'm from. Suddenly they go on forever. It feels like, and that's a bit strange. But that was the whole point, really, of coming here and moving around, was to do new stuff and find stuff out. So happy with how it's going, really.
Cool. And Cramlin, how goes the thoughts of family? How goes
Granda?
So Cramlin does not like being in the woods very much. Cramlin is very likes being around lots of noise and excitement, because otherwise Cramlin feels that he might have to be the noise and excitement, and that might manifest itself in certain ways. I'm not sure what those ways are, but he's got a deep sort of like profound sadness when he's not around like a number of people, which is playing on his mind at the moment.
Has Cramlin got like separation anxiety, but from like
Crowds.
like crowds? Like that, yeah.
Cramlin loves a crowd because he can take things in
He's
crowds.
a bard. He
can
bard.
sing and make noises and sing his poetry at people when they least suspect it. So
is he thinking of his failures?
He's thinking of his he's always thinking of his failures, but yeah, he misses the worm and he misses Lenny. So
He's gonna miss Lenny forever.
He's gonna miss Lenny for a long time. He's wondering when he can get back to the worm, really, but he also doesn't quite remember that he's
fired.
That concept has slowly drifted from his mind, and he now wonders why he's not doing a shift right now. And he'll probably, what he's actually really looking for is another place to just start working.
another latte outlet, basically.
Yeah, because he doesn't really remember when he got hired. So for all intents and purposes, he went to the worm and started working there.
No, this feels like accurate, because before the worm, you were working at the carnival, which was like Faye. So
yeah, I mean, he just started working there.
And you were nearly fired from there straight away as well.
So yeah, Cramlin needs noise. He needs something to do. That's what he's really looking for, and he might start inflicting poems on people soon.
I think if you're too disorganized to fit in at a Fey circus, then you're going to have problems anywhere.
He forged his own wings.
There's been several jobs since the since the Fey Carnival. There was the coffee shop. There was the library.
Okay.
Yeah, there was the brewery. The brewery was a terrible mistake.
That's how you met the worm. You tried to.
There was a few restaurants. He was he learned to
service industry.
He's very service industry yeah.
It's just the idea of Cramlin working in a library. I'm like, why?
Shh! Like the loudest shit. Be quiet, library.
Quiet.
Spilling coffee on all the books.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Cramlin's vibe right
this
now.
book wet, Cramlin?
Taking just all the favourite pages from every book.
That's how he writes his poetry. He's a bit of a bit of like a collage, sort of like bricolage, sort of.
Is he William Burroughs bird? Like a William Burroughs cut up artist? Like,
God.
Just
like
all
naked
these
lunch style.
It's all these like really rich and very important spell books which have just been destroyed and then put in new orders that are more visually pleasing.
That would make a really good bad guy, like a naked lunch style William Burroughs.
Like
that's Cramlin's heel turn.
Is Cramlin a junk journaler?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, that's what Burroughs did, the cut up poetry. Well, it's good because as your boredom starts to subsume you and you start looking around for the things that you might be able to do, you notice about 30 feet, no, but probably about 40 feet away from you, along a track that kind of is more like an animal track that you've been following along this this bit of river as you've travelled on from the pool. You think from behind a tree you see a shoe sticking out, like that. If the person that was wearing the shoe would be laying on their front,
so like arrowed into the floor.
Like I can't really describe it. If this is the shoe, this way. Like laying on the top of it. Yes, that way. Yes, that way. Indeed.
My foot is cold.
Nice slippers.
Thank you.
Lush.
So, is that what Cramlin has noticed?
That is what Cramlin's noticed. Is he's trying to find something entertaining?
So, obviously, Cramlin is going to go explore this shoe and explore with his hands. So,
Okay.
basically, run over to where this shoe is. Probably not saying anything to anyone else. He's just like, yeah.
Okay.
The rest of you see Cramlin begin to run. It's a little way off, but so you might be able to catch him. Do you proceed? What does everybody do at this point?
I'm assuming it's a latte-based comfort break, so I'll just wait where I am.
Okay, so you walk along at normal pace behind, kind of, or are you chasing after, or?
No, I presume he's going behind a tree to take care of some.
To take a cram leak.
Yeah.
It does go through you, all those lattes.
And,
Cramlin? Cramlin?
shoe!
What?
Try not to laugh because it hurts. Tobias will just kind of stop and stand and then look at Cramlin running off, then turn around and look at everybody else. I can't turn my head that way.
Yeah, you turn.
But I turn and look at everybody else and then back at Cramlin, like, really confused. Tobias is like, do I follow? Do I not? I don't know.
You would probably pick up from the rest of them that, well, especially from Rebecca. The back is just kind of like, you know, he needs a moment up there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cramlin, you as you charge ahead, and none of your party pursue or follow you up, you find a small body, a small humanoid body laying face down.
So at this point, Cramlin now. And
Okay.
and then turns and just points at this body to the others, and then immediately
Make
I
sure
look.
you're decent before okay.
I look for a stick.
Pokey pokey.
Yeah, you grab a stick.
And Cramlin pokes away.
I'll wander over and see what on earth he's up to now.
Okay, and you kind of lumber.
I see him getting a stick, so I think, right, and I get a bigger stick.
Okay, so Cramlin devised you on sticks before.
Yeah, bigger stick.
Last time, the biggest stick you had didn't quite have the effect you wanted, but yeah, I
It
like
did
it.
the job, okay? So clearly bigger stick is needed.
Okay. Can you make me an intelligence investigation check, please, Cramlin?
Intelligence investigation check.
I think you'll find I used this as a reference.
That's wearing leather.
Yeah, they're supposed to be wearing leather. Sorry, I'm doing a drawing and I asked James whether the bum that I was drawing looked like a man's bum or not. And he said no.
Bum.
Investigation. There we go. That is a 14.
It's so death-like, this individual, but it's not dead. They are doing the best impression of being dead.
The best play dead.
Yeah, the best play dead you've ever seen. It's incredible.
But I can tell that they're alive.
Yeah, you kind of poke, and then something you do has some sort of like slight reaction. You know, like with the hammer on the knee type thing. You do something somewhere that triggers an involuntary response.
Hello.
There is no response.
Zombie friend.
You act well. Poke it some more.
Can I approach with the bigger stick?
Mm-hmm.
And I see Cramlin poking it, so I poke it too, but with a bigger stick.
Okay.
And a little bit harder.
Okay, what are you trying to achieve with this? Just
I just see Cramlin poking this body with a stick, so I assume that's
just
what you do.
join in.
Yeah.
Like some sort of strange new game, like poke the dead thing.
Pokey pokey. Yeah.
Okay, how hard do you poke? Because you are a lot stronger.
Not like hard. I just like
Are you trying to break apart this dead body?
no.
Okay.
I see. Like I'm assuming I poke it harder than Cramlin does because I'm Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to like hurt the body in any way. I just assume that my poke is a bit harder.
Okay.
It's like Cramlin's is like that, and mine's kind of like that.
Okay. There is still no response from this thing on the floor, but it's definitely Cramlin. You know it to be alive.
Excuse me.
So, what does this body actually look like?
So,
Right.
you see a pair of purple boots on one end, woolen stockings that rise up to sort of small brown leather pantaloons type garment, a jacket that has been patched and repatched many times, and a wide brimmed hat that kind of covers almost like a witch's hat, but kind of more conical. It doesn't come down with a brim, it kind of comes down like this. And that is kind of covering most of the back of the head.
You know that.
And they are about maybe 2 foot tall.
As well.
Do we know that Tobias is looking for Nan? I don't know whether we do. We've not talked about looking for Nan.
Has Tobias to them about looking for Nana?
No,
Yeah,
it's just in his head.
Sorry.
Cramlin continues poking, by the way.
I think Neil was going to do something.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Cramlin just.
No, it's okay. No, I just wondered what we were poking at. Really,
You could make a nature check to try and figure out if you knew what species this was, if you'd like to.
a what check?
A nature would be to kind of identify what species.
Okay. 16.
Some forms.
No, sorry, no, I misread that. 23.
Well, exactly what it is then. Like a you peer at this thing as you kind of come over, and you realise this is what's known as a brownie. It is a fey creature, a small kind of like a gnome, a type of gnome, closely related to gnomes. What would you also know with such a high thing? Chaotic in nature quite often, these creatures. Known to have some arcana about them also.
Okay.
And with that, I think you probably know that one of the things they can do is play dead very, very well.
Okay. So true to form, I'll sit down cross-legged again, and lift up one corner of the hat and say, "Good morning."
Still doing the best dead impression, but you.
Okay, everyone. Clearly, is dead. Let's burn him.
Sure. Sure, I guess.
Or bury. You think we should bury him?
Well,
Too much effort.
Tobias needs to burn him and starts gathering more sticks.
It's at the sound of gathering kindling. This individual. No, only playing. Hey, well, hello. How are we doing?
Hello?
I nearly had you, didn't I, though? You thought I was proper dead, didn't you?
Yes, from the way we keep telling you to stand up. Obvious sign, yes.
Cramlin pokes them again.
Yeah. Oh, them sticks is sharp. And that one, that's a lovely stick you've got there. Fantastic.
I now have a bundle of sticks. And I'm like,
what are you doing with them?
Like,
all right, big one. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm alive. Hello.
you don't stand on all the paperwork. Toby.
We're not.
Sorry,
Uh,
1 second.
That's okay. The pointing. I'll do Nun's thing while I'm peeking here. We mean you no harm if you mean us no harm. We're trying to get through the forest to Entharven, or maybe the Gilligden Well.
Oh. You see the isles, and that's marvelous. I like to. Well, maybe we can work out something mutually beneficial.
We're not. I mean, we'll hear what you have to say, but I'm not.
I could be your fabulous guide. These woods like the back of my hand. You see. Look at the back of my hand. Oh, that's new.
Robot.
Well, we did get into a spot of trouble last night, didn't we? So.
Oh, do tell us what happened.
There was quite a strange pool that kept us enthralled for a while. And
Had to hit friends.
yes, the stick poking is sadly not new.
Not sure about had to, but did.
Big stick.
So
Can you give me any more details? I might be able to tell you what to avoid next time.
Oh, I think I remember a very large creature under the water. I think I do anyway. But at the time
Like
it
a
didn't.
fish or a frog?
Fish. It didn't
Frog?
really. At the time.
Yes, frogs. Was it a frog or a fish?
Baku, do you remember seeing anything?
It was fish.
Yes,
Did it glow?
the glow? Yes.
Oh, there, as a doubt trout.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay clear, doubt trout.
Are you sure?
Come to think of it, no. Yeah, no, of course you have. You nearly had me. You are a funny one, you are. You look a bit surly, but I can tell you've got a sense of humor somewhere in behind there.
Yeah, right up until the last minute. Okay. Nan, please, you talk. I'm going to go and ruin the back of the tree for a minute over here.
Oh, sure.
can Cramlin come?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Stand guard. No stick will bother you.
Cramlin's the kind of person that goes directly to the urinal right next to the only other person in the bathroom.
Starts talking.
Yeah.
What did you think of the drum solo on the third song? Like,
Having a good night.
I'm having a great time. So Baku and Cramlin retire behind a tree. One of the ancient boughs of Gargamel, and make their business.
We'd be interested to hear how you could help. We do. We wouldn't much like to get into any more trouble.
Oh, I could show you a little way, a little shortcut if you like. I can tell you a little way this way. You're heading north, but there's a nice easy track this way.
Not to be rude, but what would you require in return?
Oh, a small gift, a small token.
A small token?
Yeah, small token. Anything you got interest in, something I might not have seen, something fascinating, something malleable. I like things in my pockets that I can thumb.
Frog.
Can I do an insight check to see how legit this is? Like,
Yes,
I'm
you can.
more to this deal.
Sorry, I've just come left.
That's fine. You just leave your dice everywhere. Let's see if I can.
Hey, it's normally you, shut it.
I got a 13.
Lying through his teeth
Oh.
with a 3.
I don't feel like I can make this decision myself without the agreement of my fellow party members. I will would ask you to give us a little bit of privacy as we discuss. If you could
Oh, you need to go behind a tree as well.
We're all going to surround Baku.
I want to give Baku their privacy for their business, if indeed they are still doing their business.
I
But
don't mind as long as there's a full round of applause afterwards. Then
what a great hole you dug! Oh, that's a great hole. You know, there is something very special about the hole. That's, you know, you got to know how to dig a good hole. I never did. Ground's too hard. Anyway, enough about pooing in the woods.
When did it become about pooing in the
No,
woods?
more about going in the woods.
Sometimes they give you such a little shovel that you could never even hope to do that.
I don't want to know about the bore of your turn. Like how big a hole you need to dig.
It's more of your turd. It's a cannonball.
Shadonk.
What have I been too small? I feel like we try and play D&D and then we end up just being silly. I will go somewhat closer to Tobias. Could you come with me? Would you mind coming with me? We'll talk about whether or not it's a good idea to be giving them a frog. They don't deserve a frog, Tobias. Whispers Tobias.
When Nan says that, I clutch the fox closer and I just keep my eyes on the brownie as I walk away. Like,
You have your little talk. I'll be waiting here.
but I've constantly got my eyes on the person.
They as you're watching them, they pull out a little yo-yo.
Oh,
Tobias, we could get you a yo-yo from somewhere. Don't worry. Tobias.
yes.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
you make your way over. Business, I'm sure, was good. Baku was well, I don't know. The food's been okay, I suppose. Good hunting in these woods. Yes, and you are with your party now.
I'm concerned that I feel bad referring to them as the brownie. But anyway, I will refer to them as such. Because they've probably got a name. Okay, anyway. But the fellow over there is very, very much lying. I don't believe they intend to give us a fair deal. I think perhaps we should extract ourselves from their company post haste, or consider them potentially an obstacle in our way. Maybe fire is indeed needed, Baku.
I was only saying this so he'd get up, but
Should we dupe them?
Well, he intends to swindle us at the very least if we accept his help.
What if we took their things?
I believe fey creatures can be quite tricksy. You know quite a lot about brownies, it seems, Baku.
Yeah. I don't want to be over dramatic, but last night we nearly froze to death because of a fish. If we start trying to pick the pocket of someone we find in the woods, why? Either we find out what he wants and why he's trying to trick us, or we stay on our job and go where we are going. And if he can show us a shortcut through somewhere that hasn't got roads, then that's quite impressive, but we just carry on, surely.
I just saw your brain do a think. I literally saw a cog in Tobias' mind go. And something like into place. Please continue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah. You can't show us a shortcut through somewhere that hasn't got a road in the first place. We're going in a straight line, yes?
Yes, I feel reasonably confident that I know where we're going. Yes, yes, perhaps we should forcefully decline. Forcefully decline is maybe anybody that feels more intimidating could.
Why don't we just say no thank you?
Or yes, that no thank you is also.
He's a brownie, not a guide. We go.
Yeah.
Doubt trout. Rhymes. Cramlin writes that down.
Okay, Cramlin, not very helpful. Okay, yes, I will go back and.
He puts the yo-yo away. And what's your verdict of your fine fellows?
Our verdict is no thank you. Carry on your way and, have a good day.
It was his right jacket pocket that he put the yo-yo in, Tobias. Oh, well, very well. And you didn't fall for me the little act. I'll be on my way as well. I'll be seeing you then, all right?
Don't come the same way we're going.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that way. I'll see you later. The golden mushrooms you see growing, definitely don't eat them. And he walks off.
I mean, several insight checks, guidance myself, because I have to remember I have guidance.
Are the golden mushrooms the ones that I already started picking?
That
stink.
The ones that popped.
No.
Okay.
No, these were.
I make a note of looking for golden mushrooms. I didn't hear anything past the don't eat the I didn't hear anything past golden mushrooms.
Okay.
I got a 9 insight. It's not very good.
And what are you trying to establish?
Well, I was trying to establish, he said, don't go that way. I wouldn't go that way. Want to know whether that's, misdirection. And don't golden mushrooms or don't pick.
You have with a 9. That's what you have no idea.
Well, we'll make our own way, I suppose.
Better off without them.
Oh, did you just incite him?
No. I was going to try and steal his yo-yo.
Was that a sleight of hand check as he
Yeah.
walked away?
Yeah.
So on his passive,
What size of stick do you use?
what's your plus on your sleight hand?
So that would be a 15.
I don't know how this happens.
Why?
You see this little fey creature kind of wave you goodbye and start toddling off. How far do you follow them before you go in for the snatch?
Well, get like their paces compared to mine. I reckon I'd only have to take like 3 steps.
Yeah. Okay. So you go 3 steps. Describe this moment to me. I want you to do it because I'm not describing this because I don't know quite how the fingers of a Goliath slip inside the pocket of a
You
brown.
seem to forget. I didn't put down my bundle of sticks.
Okay.
I pull a twig
Mm-hmm.
in the pocket like a little fishing rod. Take it out.
And somehow, due to Dungeons and Dragons being dice based, you manage this feat, and you are now in possession of a yo-yo. And the individual just kind of turns around and you tuck it behind your back. Oh, yeah. Well, there was something about not going the same way. I thought. You carry on, and I'll carry on my way. Farewell. Have a good day to you. And he begins to stroll off further.
As I turn around, I turn. It's like, you know when you do that thing, and it's like as you turn, the stick goes to the front. That's what I do.
And you walk back to your party, proud as punch, in possession of a small yo-yo.
Yeah.
Can you make me? Are you gonna have a go?
Do I really want to? Yes, he would. I don't want to, but Tobias would. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give it a go.
What do I need to do?
Well, I'm going to say. Well, it's quite a sleight of hand thing, isn't it? Throwing a yo-yo. Let's have another sleight of hand and see if you're still. Oh my gosh! Natural 20 on the yo-yoing. It's beautiful.
You do right around the houses.
Yeah, it's one of those, walking the dog round his neck, flips back round, rolls along the floor, goes back.
The little cradle thing where it
Oh yeah. It's a marvelous feat of yo-yo-ology. Yology. I'm gonna call it.
Cramlin's like mesmerized by it.
It is a wonderful performance. And as you're doing that, you feel something quite like magical about this thing. You feel it like tingling in your hands, and that natural 20 will allow you to sort of attune to this thing, and you realize that this item can be used to confuse and dazzle individuals. And since you haven't warned your party or even really know that it has this effect, can you all please make wisdom saving throws?
Oh my god.
Sorry.
It's horrible. It's a 7.
Oh god, I got a nat 1.
Oh, Baku, you got a 4.
5.
Do I have to do one?
All of you.
Because I'm the user of it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Please, all of you, consider yourselves charmed by Tobias.
Wait.
Already was.
Which means you act in kindness and sort of we'll listen to suggestion and take it.
With guidance, I got an 11.
It was your charisma mod. What's your charisma?
I need to stop putting my phone on that side. It hurts so much.
Because I think it's going to be a charisma based thing for you.
A charisma.
8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Just straight up there. So you're okay, Nan.
Wow.
Yeah. The other two, Cramlin and Baku, you are warmed by this performance so much so it's like you're drawn to Tobias and gets the round of applause.
What? Hey, go bed.
Yeah,
Wait, Ali. Bathroom light, kitchen light, go. Between you and the child, we wonder why I was spending so much on electric.
Well, we're just getting a little hamster wheel and she can charge up a generator or something.
She'd love that, don't. Between her and the dog. Go, don't Tobias me, go bed. Go bed or we're not celebrating
You play
your
a dwarf
birthday
called
tomorrow.
an angry dwarf. Go to bed.
Go to bed or no
angry
birthday
Zito.
party. Go. Go. Meow.
Yeah. Sorry, you got a round of applause from Baku. How does Cramlin react?
Cramlin is amazed by this. This is like the greatest thing Cramlin has seen in a long time. It's taken him back to his time as a young fledgling in the city, watching theatre performers in the street, and
So much Cramlin lore.
Cram lore. It's ultimately just like utterly mesmerizing.
Just a single tear.
A tear is shed. And the only thing that really happens next is that Cramlin wants a go on the yo-yo, so he's like hands out, grabby. He's getting grabby.
Cramlin puts his hand out to have a go on your yo-yo.
I'm trying to put.
He's I know he's just sniffing. I don't know what he's up to.
It was the noise. It sounded like a pig. It's very confusing. Hold on, wait a second. Oh. No. Yes, Tobias would let Cramlin have a go.
Oh.
Stupidly.
Let's
Because in Tobias's mind,
Mm-hmm.
Cramlin's smart. Cramlin has all the best ideas.
Yeah, he solved the problem with the doubt trout.
Exactly.
Cramlin does have all the best ideas.
Pokey stick.
Yeah. Okay, if you have a go on this thing, would you make a sleight of hand check, please, Cramlin?
A sleight of hand check.
Let's write down.
And see how good you are at your yoology.
Hobie.
That's a 29.
Okay, can those who are now everybody that isn't Cramlin make a wisdom save?
Not looking.
That'd be better for me.
6.
I don't look. Do I still have to?
Yeah.
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 Nan was covering her face.
Oh, if you cover your gaze and do not watch this performance, then no, you do
I
not.
watch it intently and get 6 on my save.
You are torn back. You have just seen two masters at work of yoology.
You're like,
Never gonna make it.
and you're not impressed.
no,
You-
mine was an
You're
18.
just like,
And what, mate?
Can I, while these
Hobie, there's nothing left in there. Go away.
doing what this is, can I just see if the brownie actually went away or is like waiting to come and like do something awful?
you can make a survival to see if you can track them.
I'm a bit worried that they're going to bring back multiple. Everyone, do you think that even if we are reasonably safe, we should probably make a move? A 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you two think?
Yes.
We should be wary of danger. They may take this yo-yo.
Never.
My yo-yo back now.
Cramlin really thinks about the idea of giving the yo-yo back.
I'll let
Then,
you play with it.
Okay, Cramlin gives the yo-yo back.
Maybe you can like sort out a rota maybe for the yo-yo. Maybe like some people have it on like Monday to Wednesday, and then the other people have it Wednesday to Friday, and then the weekends maybe you just figure it out. Well, how many days of the week are actually? So they're just regular days.
Standard week. We're not putting any more weirdness into this already.
As Cramlin gives the yo-yo back, there he goes. The yo-yo is for special times. Then it gives it back.
Yeah, you with that high roll would also sort of understand its magical properties, I think, Cramlin.
Cramlin loves this yo-yo. He might have to take it back at some point.
Nan, what was that tracking, that survival? How did we go on there? A 10. They are not trying to cover their tracks, and with your sort of innate knowledge of forest and being able to follow someone, and they're in boots as well, so their footprints stand out quite clear on the moss and broken twigs and stuff. How long do you follow them for? How long along their trail would you follow them?
Well, I mostly just wanted to see if they were following us or doing anything like shifty.
They
I don't-
appear to have walked in a relatively straight line due west. You're progressing north.
We're progressing north. Where are we now? Are we, so the map that I've got, are we sort of closer? Which way did we enter?
You entered just to the right of. Hold on, let me get a map so I can tell you.
Or the spring? Or
Yeah, you're probably below Jelith Springs somewhere, coming up that way.
I thought that said DMT words. I was like, you what?
No, no. Trying to do words while consuming DMT is not the best.
okay.
Best
Very
situation. Not the best of any sort of plan.
Are we on the other side of like the river?
Let me just try and open this up and find the. Oh, my thing's gone to like non-thumbnails now. Large icons. That's what we want. Where is my? Ah, there we are. So you came in further along to the right here, sort of coming up. Maybe you're heading just below, sort of near Old Whispers somewhere, heading towards Enthaven, like that kind of middle road there. Probably that's where you're coming in. But so you're kind of drifting west a bit, maybe to try and pick up the trail, kind of thing.
So it does seem like the brownie is going towards Enthaven.
Yeah, westish. Yeah.
Okay.
They seem to be not walking in a direction that would seem obtuse to the situation.
Okay. Well, maybe, okay, so everyone, this is the same direction that the brownie went in. I do believe we need to go in this direction, but perhaps we should move parallel to their trail, and I will try and keep an eye on where their trail is and kind of try and stay parallel to that trail, but within enough coverage that, you know, we won't be spotted. If we are stealthy.
Cramlin can sneak.
Very good at sneaking.
Then
Would you like Carrie? Carrie? Who am I? Carrie? Who's Carrie?
Are you okay, Cramlin?
Cramlin had a flashback.
Oh no.
Is it like blood raining and that?
Yeah.
Like Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, it was his high school dance. It went bad.
Oh, I can just imagine him in his little suit and his high school dance, little bow tie.
Covered in blood.
He's in like it was like a pale, like one of those pale
Oh
blue
my God,
suits.
wait.
Yeah, the powder blue suit with the cravat.
No, it would have been
Rough
one of the
pointed shirt.
big ruffles.
Yeah,
A cravat.
No, the ruffly thing. Yeah, I think I get those confused. What is that thing called? Because you can get those separately, can't you?
Yeah, that literally you tuck them inside of your blazer.
Think about like
In
when
work.
we're not having conversations like about like you think about Cramlin.
Cramlin, Carrie,
Okay.
just horror films. No, usually I'm just stressed.
Okay.
It just comes out now.
Mhm.
So yeah, Cramlin just whispers like, Cramlin can sneak. Cramlin can keep an eye.
Okay, good. Well, perhaps you'd like to go up front, and I'll maybe bring up the rear and just keep an eye on the trail.
Okay. And Cramlin like shuffles off and is like following stealthily the little thing.
Actually, you think this is a great idea? Although, Cramlin, the only thing you're torn by is your wonder for Tobias, your sheer impressedness as to what Tobias is assured of this situation.
You need to go ask Tobias what he thinks.
Tobias, sneaking.
Me?
Would it impress you if I snuck?
Me.
Sneak.
Like Tobias can't sneak. Like he doesn't know what sneaking is. So he's like,
Cramlin will show you sneaking.
Try Try some sneaking. Okay, let's have a stealth check with advantage from you, because Cramlin is going to show you how to sneak. Let's see how well we go. And Baku, you can make a stealth if you're proceeding on the trail
19.
quietly.
I to unlock my phone, and that's a notification.
Daily dose of internet. A really wrinkly egg. Nice, thanks. Daily dose of internet.
I was like, okay.
Oh, cool.
So what is it?
A stealth with
Stealth.
advantage, though.
Okay.
You get to roll 2 and get
Oh,
to
you
bed.
get to roll two.
Oh, we bet for both.
No, for Tobias, because Cramlin's
Well,
assistant.
it was a 3 up to a 4,
Mhm.
or an 18 up to a 19.
Cramlin, you are an excellent teacher.
Cramlin will show you how to sneak.
Yeah, you are an excellent teacher. You show Tobias how to sort of don't step on the branches, although it makes a fun crunchy sound. That's not the point of sneaking. Sneaking is to not make the sounds. And you are able to sort of track alongside as a party silently through the wood, even though this is the brownies' homeland. This is their turf. Now, what you notice is that you finally catch sight of him, Nan, a little way off ahead as you kind of are tracking him. And you see that there is a curve of root that comes up from a mighty tree, and it's peppered all over with different bracken and little funguses that come out the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks under it, and he doesn't walk out the other side of it.
Huh. Curious, maybe an entrance to a home.
But you
Cramlin?
can see the other side of it. Sorry, maybe I didn't explain it. It is the root. It
Yeah,
does
like
this.
arch.
Yeah, it's like there, and you would expect it to come out there. It's and gone.
Cramlin. Can I see Cramlin? Probably not.
When you say Cramlin, Cramlin just emerges from the darkness directly next to you.
And the other side is Tobias.
Sneaking.
Yes. A fella went under the branch and disappeared. Maybe you're very good at sneaking if you don't look at me like that, James. Like with your bird eyes.
Turn them off.
See, someone else that feels my pain.
Look at me with your bird eyes.
It's the eyes of Kempt Trellis you don't like.
No, it's Charles.
Or Charles.
Do you maybe sneak up to that branch and see whether they're hiding on the other side, or I don't think that I think there might be something strange about that area.
Okay. Cramlin sort of does a cloak swoosh because he's going to impress everyone with more sneaking now.
You count Duckula out of there.
And I begin to, and Cramlin enters as stealthily as possible through the archway.
Your perception is so high, your bird-like eyes pick it out immediately. An almost invisible shimmer is kept within this archway, like when you've blown a bubble and it kind of has an iridescence in thin air, like the oil and water effect that sits within this frame that kind of is at the ground, and then an arch like this covered in beautiful variegated plants and fungi.
Well, Cramlin is going to sneak in through the
Whole way in.
That was what he went. Well, he's gonna go head first. So lead with the beak.
A little beak, a little sniff, and then the head. As you push your head through this space, you notice that the world is very different when you peek through this film. From the dark, sort of browns and greens and ochres of this forest, you peer through and everything is vibrant. It merrily glows with phosphorescent fungus and bugs and creatures that like buzz and spin and cruise through the air, leaves that seem to kind of fall down like a sycamore would and then kind of go back off and go in their own direction and seem to have a will of their own. You see all manner of wild sort of creatures, and the chirps and the calls that come to your ears. Oh, Cramlin, it's been so long. It's been so long since you've heard some of these fey creatures that they have in the exhibit at the carnival, at the Witchlight Carnival. But now you remember feeding some of these creatures and being in trouble for feeding the wrong things to the wrong creatures. But you remember feeding these creatures, and yeah, you believe this to be a portal to the Fey realm.
Okay. Cramlin just disappears inside.
Yeah, Cramlin vanishes from everyone's sight.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to disappear from sight as well because I need the loot.
And these are the bubbles, right? The bubble, if I remember correctly, the Feywild bubbles.
Shall we
That
have a break? Because I need to get incense, let's discuss them.
Yes, we'll have a break because there's a dog guff in the room and Bean's dying. So, Cramlin vanishes from everyone's sight and walks under an arch, which should come out the other side, but doesn't.
I get really confused, and is there a way to like walk round it?
Yeah.
I walk round it, and I'm kind of looking like
It looks normal.
from the other side. Can I put my hand through it?
Yeah, and you see your hand the other side.
So if I walk round,
Mm-hmm.
can I put my hand in it?
Your hand vanishes.
So it's only from that side when you access it this side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I walk back round
Mm-hmm.
and was to walk through it, would I walk towards Nan? And
Yeah, you can do that. You walk around and nothing happens.
okay. I'm very confused.
Because we're not hiding anymore. I suppose I will go up to the portal. So the whole point of coming here was to try and fix these, like stop these from happening, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
Well,
didn't.
stop that happening too much, wasn't it? Because they've always existed to some extent, but they've got more permanent or longer lasting or something.
They've got covering wider expanses, and they've also become it's hard. It's more. They're more numerous, and they cover larger spaces. More gateways, more portals are opening up to the Fae.
Once they appeared, are they, as far as we know, permanent, or do they disappear again after a bit?
It's like they can shift as the plants shift.
Right.
If sometimes when a tree will grow, maybe it will grow like a new limb or something, as the trees can move quite quickly here. Under that arch, there might be something a new arch would form there. It might swap it from one side to another, or
right.
something like that. They're not static. They're not locked to any geographic coordinate.
Right.
That's why it's quite troubling that there are more of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just watch fascinated as Tobias does this investigation. I'm very impressed and charmed still.
You're thinking, there goes Sherlock Holmes.
That's good. That's good. Why didn't I think of walking round the tree? Wow.
Are any of you following Cramlin into this little portal?
Well, I suppose it's the best thing to do. We should probably follow Cramlin before he goes too far. I'm not actually sure how these get closed or how we resolve them, but the answer could be inside.
All I hear is follow Cramlin, and I walk in.
Are you still facing the wrong way and backing? You just see this.
But I've still got my bundle of sticks. So this
Sticks and training.
the sticks are like the last thing to disappear.
I will enter as carefully and quietly as I am able to, but I will not make anyone else do as.
Well, I've seen nothing but a masterclass of sneaking from all the people I admire here, so I'll go through quietly as well.
Within this portal, you are all suddenly aware of the fragrance in the air, beautiful mix of sort of pollens and flowers, and these dazzling colors of pinks and purples, and then these virulent like emerald green stems that rise up through it, and twist vines around these like maroon colored trees. Yeah, it's a cavalcade for the eyeball, basically, of entertainment. There's so many things to see. You're not quite sure where to look, even though there are these things numerous within the forest. Something about them impresses more upon you in their very, very familial, but in somehow slightly alien nature about them makes it seem to kind of be more vivid, more real in this place. Much
Uncanny Valley.
Sorry?
Uncanny Valley Forest.
Yeah. The Uncanny Valley, exactly.
So, are the trees and stuff that's here, are they in the same place as where we've just walked from? Or is it just a forest?
They are roughly mapped the same.
Right.
Shifted slightly. Could I have from you a... Now, what would it be? Maybe something like a history, I think. Yes, a history. Let's have a history.
Okay. 7.
You think back of your knowledge of the Fae, you seem to be quite familiar with the creature types, but the actual realm itself is a little bit outside of your ken.
Yeah.
Cramlin.
Can I just the sticks that Tobias brought in from the forest, in the big bundle of sticks, do they still look like the same big bundle of sticks, or have they turned into something else?
They have.
Right.
What are they now?
Have a look.
I do.
They're furry.
They're furry.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they? Are they furry sticks, or are they a living thing?
Touch one.
Oh God. Okay. Are they
Wiggles.
Are they fuzzy caterpillars?
They are very long caterpillars.
Oh yeah! Bundle of sticks. About 20. Is each stick a caterpillar?
Yeah.
So I've got about 20 caterpillars under my arm.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm loving life. Oh, but the frogs might eat them.
What you do in D&D?
It means you don't have to feed them. They can hunt naturally. Which would you know?
Well, fuzzy cat. Can you imagine me presenting Nana with giant fuzzy caterpillars?
I've got, if I remember correctly, I've got something that functions not unlike a bag of holding. Do you remember I've got the Buddy Boulette bag?
Yeah, you got your boulette bag.
Can
Can we get the card for it? I've got it over here.
Well, James had the cards out recently, and I remembered. Oh, I have that.
I put the other ones back.
It's fine. I don't know whether. Well, if you'd like to put the caterpillars in here, you could, but I don't know whether they'll survive. I guess.
Will the caterpillar survive in that big bag?
Oh, I can't remember. Does it work exactly like a bag of holding? I can't remember if it's got an oxygen supply in there or not.
think it does function like a bag of holding.
Which means you can only survive a little time in there.
Mm.
And you would probably know that. Yeah, the Bulette buddy is a. Oh. No, it has air. It has air.
Oh. Okay, I think
It
it'll
is
be
dimly lit, warm, soft, and has breathable air.
Fuck you, my caterpillars are going in it.
okay. Oh well, don't. Okay, okay. Well, then we'll have them stay in there. Good caterpillars.
Oh yeah.
Caterpillars in a bag.
It's like Tobias's travelling menagerie now. Like,
I like to think it's like a bum bag in the shape of a boulette.
yeah, this is the little fella. Oh, come on.
It's
Mhm.
cute.
Oh yeah, that one.
Mm.
You
Not gonna
you
focus, is it?
specifically showed me that card.
I was like, I like this one because I have it.
It's cute, isn't it?
But
So if I get this right, we're about 2 months away from being able to travel everywhere via dire butterfly. Is that right?
Can you imagine that?
Oh,
Looping out of the Fey realm on giant butterfly.
that'd be fun.
Sounds like we've got our set piece ending.
That's a tasty prospect. That that's really nice.
can I just gather some leaves and put leaves in there as well, so they've got some mulch?
Oh yeah. Well, it depends if now lets you just fill a.
Open It's just like the mum on the trip, just like the bag being opened up and kids put in.
Nickelbacks now. Stop
Okay,
grabbing them out of the water.
Yes, some leaves for the caterpillars, yes. Perhaps we should try and find. Well, I mean, I'd quite like to help try and close these portals. I don't know whether this is the best place to understand that, but I suppose we'd get stuck on this side if we figured out how to close it. But maybe somebody I know knows more here.
Can I have a look at this? The portal that we've now just gone through, and try and see if it sparks anything with any like arcane casting stuff I've seen before.
At which portal?
That we came through.
What portal?
No longer visible. Right, gotcha. Okay. The space where I would have expected the portal to be then.
It's a lovely little path that you're standing on, and you're standing on a path also.
Right.
It's a well walked track.
Okay.
Gotten back, couldn't have gotten back even if he'd wanted to.
Right.
Once all the way through, you assume that you are subsumed wholly this side.
Okay. I'll pick up a pebble or a twig or something and just lob it through the gap where I expect a portal to be.
Dump lands the other side within the.
Excellent. Good. Okay.
You're learning from Tobias. Such excellent testing skills.
Yeah. I'm imagining that Tobias has got some kind of Swiss Army knife with 14 different sizes of stick in it.
Little caterpillars.
This needs the number 8 stick. Hold on.
You need to find an artificer to create this.
I was gonna say,
Or
why is this not a thing? Like, I need.
like a druid.
It's like, what was it we said about Killian with the croissant?
Yeah, you've actually commissioned
A buttering ram.
a buttering ram.
A buttering ram.
As a
Love
croissant battery, and you actually have commissioned a croissant dispensing unit.
Yeah, I have.
That is actually being commissioned to an artificer for one of your characters.
Yeah. And now I need to find an artificer for Tobias.
Okay, when you said actually, I thought you meant actually.
Oh,
okay.
no. A character. A character
Okay.
is
From the
commissioned.
realm of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some sort of
Who's my
croissant dispensing backpack, I think it is.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a jetpack with all the tubes and stuff on it, but it actually dispenses cloth on.
Yeah, I see a jetpack come proton pack from
That's Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any civilization like homes I can see anywhere? Cramlin, is Cramlin anywhere?
Well, I don't know where Cramlin is.
You
Cramlin
came-
has come through the portal. You have followed the individual. This path is. It seems a lot more. It seems a path rather than a track like an animal passing. This is a well walked path. You can see packed down earth. And the routes are they do sneak onto it here, there, and everywhere. But this is a well walked area. This is leading to somewhere.
The earth.
Earth. Sorry, that was the Cornwall coming out.
Yeah.
Earth.
Cramlin was sneaking, and he is still trying to impress everyone with his stealth. So he's going to continue sneaking along the
Mhm.
path.
You come across your individual who is strolling down the way, and then they reach to their pocket on the right hand side. Bastards! He cries, and then runs forward, away from you. Just runs away from you. Yeah.
Cramlin gives chase, still in stealth mode, like Naruto running. I am
Yeah. The individual seems more intent on running away. They're not paying attention to you, and they take a sharp left into a tree, a burrow beneath a tree, and dive into this little hole.
Cramlin in stealth mode is like it's like a black blob of
Mhm.
just like stealth going around, pauses and like does a loop around the tree, which is like enough time for hopefully everyone else to catch up if they're following.
Mm-hmm.
Are you following? Are you Cramlin is nowhere. Was snuck off in front of you.
I mean, I'm concerned that, well, we haven't come across our who we were maybe trying to avoid, but anyway, we're here now, so we may as well progress.
I mean, did we see where Cramlin went with all that cool sneaking?
Cramlin wanted you to see him sneaking. He was basically sneaking from the front and show off at the back, party at the back.
Basically, he's doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see him sneak off at high speed, then higher speed, and do give chase, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, because Cramlin has the best ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see Tobias, and that's double votes for Baku.
Exactly. Yeah, they've both gone. So.
You see Cramlin running round a tree.
I'll
follow him.
Yeah.
2 of them, 3 of
It's
them.
like
Benny Hill moment. Nan.
Yes. Sure.
Okay. All of you are running.
I guess I
round
want
the tree.
kind of want to into the burrow. Oh, I don't think I
I'm
want
not going in the burrow.
Oh.
I went basically to the door of the burrow and
Right.
kind of I'm getting a feel for what is around.
Okay. I don't
Like-
want to go inside.
It is a large tree. It is probably, I say, just for the sake of game mechanics, it's 10-foot square. Is a thing. It has a large root system, and you saw the individual dive into a burrow.
Okay. Well, I would like to go in a little bit quiet, but I kind of want to hold up the rear, and I'm going to hold up the rear.
Cramlin like comes back around from his loop around the thing and like kind of hisses and like the fellow is in the hole.
Yes, we're right. We're in the hole now.
We're not in the hole, we're next to the hole.
Are we next to
We're
the hole?
next to the hole. I didn't go
Okay,
in.
I thought we were going in. Okay. Let's go in, I suppose. I will Is it a door? Is there a door? An actual like?
No, it's literally just like a badger's set or something like
A
that.
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Is this going horizontal or vertical? Or...
It looks like it's going like this from what you can see.
Right.
Cramlin, as you near it and are about to go in, you notice that there is that same shimmering
Oh.
that you've seen before.
I think Cramlin would just pause and just go through. He's already just bombed through one. He's not going to stop bombing through these portals.
I do what I want.
Cramlin is just interested.
No, I get it. Oh, I guess I will follow Cramlin.
It's so weird how that dynamic has switched, and now Cramlin is the leader of this party. It would seem the most chaotic individual. Cramlin, as you step through, and the rest of you follow through this portal, you're standing beside a river in the dark green forest of Gargamel. It looks very familiar.
Oh,
Is it like the other side of the tree?
No, it feels like back where you started.
Gosh. Is there... I'm going to take a offensive stance and expect a brownie. I'm going to look...
Perception check.
God.
Oh my god.
Can't roll tonight. I got that one. Absolutely not.
No, that's the thing. You do not see an individual at all as you pop through this place.
do any
As Cramlin pops through, Cramlin would spot them straight away. They are laying in wait. Well, actually, what they're trying to do is sneak up on where you went through the other portal. They're kind of progressing across the animal track where you found him laying flat on his face, and he's kind of sneaking away in the distance, trying to be really stealthy and sneak up back to where you were. Blade is drawn.
Okay, so
Blade drawn.
Cramlin does like a halt sort of maneuver, like
Okay.
Is that full on with wings as well?
full on with wings and the cape, and his hat falls off. He puts it back on, and then like lowers down and hunkers down. Is there any cover around? Can I look for some cover?
The trees would give you plenty cover to the boughs of the trees. You can see.
I need encounter chest high walls. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So
Obscured, not obscured.
yes,
Is that miniature obscured?
because I
am I in +1 cover?
Come on, it's a +2. No.
Is everyone now followed through behind? No, that's bad turns.
No one has dug a large enough hole yet. No one has followed through.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so have the others followed Cramlin through the gate?
I mean, no.
Yes, I think they did. Yes.
Okay. Cramlin like just lets out a low hiss and is like, "The little fella is there," and then sneaks into some cover to kind of watch.
I will. Cramlin is the leader now. I'm going to copy Cramlin.
Okay. This one is so fascinated. You're able to get within 10 feet of them, and they're sneaking up, and they kind of dart around the tree where they thought they'd left you, and they kind of then start looking about. You've got to make a decision quickly here. Their blades drawn. They're now looking actively. They thought they knew exactly where you were, that you wouldn't have figured out where they went. You're back near the mushroom arch.
When they came around the corner, not only with the blade, but with a little stabby motion.
Yeah, like so.
Right. Okay.
I mean, Cramlin doesn't like violence, so Cramlin is willing to defer.
How far away is this?
I would say they're within 10 feet of the party.
And this is still the same. The guy who's yo-yo-y yoinked.
Yeah, the guy who's yo-yo style.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, he just tried to stab where he thought I was.
Yeah, well, one of you were, yeah.
That puts me in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
You each have a surprise round. This would be if you are going to go into a combat here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I am, because he just tried to stab me. So
Yeah.
I am too.
Cool. We'll start
even
with-
worse,
with-
he might have tried to have just stabbed the incredible and charming Tobias or Cramlin, which is
yeah, even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, you can. What we'll do is we'll do an initiative, and then we can find out what's going on.
Sounds good.
Can I just ask, what does that mean?
You get advantage.
Oh, okay.
What is this thing? Oh, much better.
There we go.
Much better. Let me write this down. Where's my book?
Oh my god, Pete, I don't
Where
know what
is it?
attacked me, but it hurt.
Get
Yeah.
over
We got bitten by a bug.
Yeah, but it's all down my
22.
Sorry?
22.
22, Tobias?
18.
18? Baku?
14.
14? No?
9.
9? Oh, right.
Yeah, really
Nine.
sad. So sad. Much sad.
They get in there too. Oh. So with the 22, Cramlin, you get a surprise round because they are surprised. So it goes Cramlin first. What are you doing?
Okay. What is Cramlin doing? So Cramlin is taking the lead. So the weapons Cramlin actually has.
Got darts.
I've got darts. I've actually got a crossbow. I don't think I've got darts anymore.
No, you should have darts. That's not what you got. You make this bigger. And then go on in actions. You've got a dagger and you've got darts.
Oh, dagger and darts.
I don't know
So
how many darts you've got. You'll figure out. Did we get a long rest before today?
Before today, yes, you would have got a long rest. You managed to get
Well,
some
still
sleep.
at
They slept. They slept.
Cramlin did.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, no, I'm not going to be mean. I was going to, I should say you guys were in the water. You should have had some exhaustion, but no, I'm not.
We
gonna
did. So Baku and Nan didn't sleep properly.
I'm not going to. No, you're not going to get it. Don't worry. I'm
Just
not
a
gonna-
short rest, maybe. Okay.
You recouped from the water.
does Cramlin think that this is
You
a
need to
very
do a long rest quickly.
Oh.
Just to take long rest. Confirm. Just confirm.
Okay.
What do you want to ask?
does Cramlin actually like size up to this little knife wielding thing? Does Cramlin actually feel threatened by it?
This individual seems very determined to get their yo-yo.
He wants the yo-yo, Cramlin. He wants the yo-yo.
You've seen Tobias's skills with the yo-yo.
Hmm.
They are impressive.
Mm.
You don't know if this amateur
So
should even be
what-
able to do the yo-yo.
Cramlin doesn't like killing it, but also Cramlin sees that this thing has a little shiny knife,
Mhm.
and I think Cramlin is going to because it's kind of confused right now. Cramlin is going to dart forward and try and snatch the knife out of its hand.
Oh, like a disarm kind of thing.
Like a
Okay, so
disarm,
you would make a grapple check. So you use your strength or an athletics check. So you make an athletics check to do this.
Where's my athletic?
On your skilled page,
There.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Uh-oh.
Got a 9.
you run forward, try to grab the dagger out of their hand, and they shake you loose and push you back, and you're in melee distance with them now. But they are you don't get the blade free from their hands. Next in this order, it is Tobias. What do you do, Tobias?
Gonna try to hit it with my hand axe.
So what do you do with your sticks? Oh, you've not
I've
got sticks.
Sticks.
What do you do with the tranium? Running in with tranium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Under one arm.
One arm and the other arm in with axe. So
Yeah.
you can only attack one-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
16.
16 doesn't hit.
Okay. Can I go again?
No, because you can't. Yeah, you got multiple. Have you got multi-attack?
Yeah.
You can. Yes.
Oh,
2 attacks.
one
You
sec.
can't do it as your bonus action, but you can do 2 attacks as part of your attack action.
One sec. So, just quickly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're already proficient with it. It
It
already be included. Yes,
Cool.
because it'll be +5, plus your strength, plus your proficiency.
Okay, so 20.
Yes, that hits.
And then it would be that. 11.
11, perfect.
Because it was max.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. You charge in. The first act, he's kind of looked over his shoulder as Cramlin's tried to steal his sword, but then uses it deftly to deflect the first blow. You go in with an uppercut, like a kind of a down swipe, but he's not suspecting the return, the rebuff, and it kind of catches him under the chin, and you cut him, but not quite slit in the throat, but catch him along the side of the face here. It is Baku. You are still 10 feet away. Or you're on mute, sorry. You're on mute, Neil.
There we go. Okay, so I am wary of. I know this is quite sort of a damp forest, but I'm a bit wary of setting it on fire because that's not really going to help anyone. So I'm going to avoid that. So instead, I'll cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
And he
Wisdom
gets to make a intelligence 15 save.
He fails with not good, a 10.
Okay, so he takes 9 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And next round, he can either take an action or move. He can't do both.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does it disable his bonus action as well? Is it just one thing he can do? Move, bonus action?
Can't take a reaction. And on next turn, gets either a move or an action or a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, he's got to do one of the 3. Yeah.
Only one of the 3, yeah.
Cool. That's a nice hit.
I like that.
A nice hit.
Cool.
Yeah, great. It's you now.
Oh.
With your surprise.
I'm too close for my best sort of attacks.
You can back up. You're not going to be in an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to back up my full. I think I'm a 30-foot movement. I need to change my sheet. Or should I use bonus action at the end of my turn? Bonus action. Yeah, I'm just going to back up 30 feet so that now I've got about 40 feet of distance, just so that my longbow isn't at disadvantage. And I'm going to go in for my first what's dreadful strikes? Oh, cool. Yeah, my first bow attack.
Okay, go for it.
I'm a whole new subclass.
There you go. You've rolled some dice.
28 to hit.
Hell yeah. Yes, it's a heap.
Okay. Oh, why did it roll that many dice? I think. No, sorry, it rolled the charged shot. Let me just take the D. No, it did it wrong. Hang on. Let me just roll the regular dice. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 piercing damage. And I will do my dreadful strikes. I don't think my dreadful strikes are a bonus thing. It just means that when I can make it do 1d4 extra psychic damage, which I will do.
Let's have that as well.
4 psychic damage.
Max damage on a d4. Lovely.
4, and I get 2 attacks, I think, now, because I'm over level 5.
Rangers are badass. I like the ranger class. Everyone's like rangers.
No, I like them.
Everyone's like dunking on rangers, but some of the new subclasses are pretty fun as well. Anyway, my second attack isn't as good. I got a 15 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
My second attack misses.
Okay. It's now back to the top of the round. With Cramlin, it is your go. You are within melee range.
It's probably not a best place for Cramlin to actually be.
Can I use my bonus action to charge?
Sorry.
Do you get a bonus action on a surprise round, or is it just action?
You get one thing normally, so yeah.
You doing a bonus action?
No.
You
You do one thing on surprise.
Okay.
Do you want some help?
No. I was going to use
You're quite close.
By no, I was going to say actually yes.
You're quite close up, so you can't really use your darts effect particularly. So you want to use psychic blades? So you can just do any weapon attack, and if you hit, you can expend one of your bardic inspiration dice to do an extra 2d6. The bad thing is that nobody else is within 5 foot of this guy. Or Tobias. If you go in with a dagger attack, you can also get sneak attack if you hit, because Tobias is within 5 foot. And an ally, yes. I would recommend
doing a sneak.
I would recommend doing a dagger attack. So go scroll up. So your dagger is +7. It's pretty good. So give it a whirl.
Okay, so Cramlin is going in with a dagger attack and and got a nat 1.
Poor Cramo.
So that's an 8.
Can you roll me a D100?
Bad stuff happens on that one for attacks. Cramlin's gonna stab himself just once. Yeah,
I've got a 69.
Nice.
69, dude.
Nicest attack.
Nice. You get suddenly aroused. You think back to your ex-wife.
He just flashes back to the high school dance.
And with that thought, you remember it was you flash back, and you remember you also attempted to try a really awesome dance move, which failed terribly. And as you do, you drop your dagger and you twist your knee. Your movement is reduced by a quarter.
Oh, little cram knee.
Is there anywhere where I can know that?
Do your knees go backwards?
Well, yeah, so it goes the other way, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like
bird knee goes regular way.
I don't like that image.
like my actual
knees.
knees.
Like your actual knees. You can still make your second attack with your offhand if you have 2 daggers.
He does not have 2 daggers.
Do not have 2 daggers.
No, then you cannot do 2 weapon fight. Do you get 2 attacks as part of your attack action?
Don't go back here. No. You only get 1 attack, baby. Bonus action. See whether you can do.
Might have a bonus action that you can do.
Things that you can do. So you could disengage. Bonus action. I think you can disengage.
You can as a rogue.
And you can run, and they wouldn't hit you if you don't want to be up close. If you don't want to be hit, or you could give bardic inspiration to somebody, or you can try and pickpocket them with fast hands. Do you want to potentially get hit? Do you want to steal, or do you want to help Tobias or Baku or me?
I think because I'm actually still impressed by Tobias.
Mm.
So like, and also saw that Tobias actually did something,
Mhm,
and which was
mhm.
quite incredible. So
Gonna bardic inspire.
gonna bardic inspire Tobias.
Is that D4, D6 on that one?
D6.
D6,
for
so you can
10.
add D6 to any attack roll or saving throw, I believe, and ability check. Am I right? Yeah, I am right. Yes, you can ask lots of questions. Please do. That's what I'm here for.
You have to come a bit closer though, 'cause I can't.
Oh yeah,
reach
monkey
over.
neck. What?
So, is that part of that? So it means I can either do that or that
No,
in this.
you can choose to do a frenzied attack.
Yeah.
If you click it, it'll give you the details.
Oh, it's only when I rage.
Yeah. So
I
you have
do
to
it when I rage.
bonus action rage,
Yeah.
make an attack, hit with the first. With the first attack, you can make it as a frenzied attack. Yeah.
Okay, so can I do 2 weapon fighting and rage in the same go? Is what I'm asking.
No,
Right,
because your
okay.
bonus action is to rage.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
I think it's you anyway. Is it? No. Where are we at? No. Okay. So the you take a swipe and then how do you inspire? Actually, we need to know this. How does Cramlin inspire Tobias?
Cramlin lays out some of his more abstract poetry. So
Yes, James. Give us some of that abstract poetry, please.
doubt trout glows about through the trees, my bendy knees, speedy and sneaky, stabby and good. Cramlin says Tobias should hit him.
Oh, we're expecting the rhyme, but it's not there. Oh,
Like it.
cut me deep. Okay, so the creature ducks its head and charges towards ducks its head and barges it towards Cramlin, and as it does so, you see 2 horns grow out of its head.
Tofu, get down.
Tofu! Naughty.
Sorry.
And what's your armor class, please, Cramlin?
15.
Doesn't hit. And then in frustration takes another swipe.
Doesn't hit. I'm guessing.
No, both 9 hits.
No.
So it ducks its head, rams it forwards, then takes a like with the sword that failed to disarm, takes a swipe, and no attacks connect with Cramlin at all. The abstract poetry has fried this this individual's mind, trying to comprehend why wasn't there a rhyme on the last line. It is now Tobias's go.
Okay. So, if I was to put the frogs down, would that be what would that be?
You that would probably be your free action.
Okay, so I couldn't put the frogs down and draw my other hand axe.
No.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay. Do you mind?
There's a whole fly slapping down that was.
He's kicking Toby in the head. No wonder the poor boy's not got a brain cell. So could I do that?
Bonus action rage, yeah.
Yeah.
So you tick that off. And then you can make an attack, and you can choose if it's frenzied, if you want to.
Can I?
Yeah, your first attack can be frenzied. And that gives you some extra bonus to it, doesn't it?
The frenzy means I can make a melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of my turns after this.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can choose it as a.
But that one, it's really.
You've used up your bonus action this time, so you can't use it as frenzied till next turn.
Yeah.
So you rage and then make a normal attack, but you
That's
do
a
get your +2s.
+2.
Yeah, you get your
right.
+2s, and you get your extra damage as well for it.
Okay.
Inspiration.
And I've got bardic inspiration. So what?
Yeah.
Does that go on the hit or the damage?
It hit.
Okay.
2 hit dice.
Okay,
And if
can
you, I'm going to tell you something else, because you're in melee, your movement can circle round. So
Okay.
without leaving the person's attack area, you and Cramlin are kind of like this at the moment, but you could circle and get behind. If you attack from either side, you get advantage on that as well.
Okay, can I do that then?
Yes, yeah. Flanking is the rule.
So I get advantage, yeah?
Yes, you do get advantage, as you're going to need it.
That would be. Did you say it's on there?
You've got to roll a d6 to do it. To add the bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I know, I'm adding this.
10 plus
18,
2. 18.
19, 20.
You're already there without the bardic
Yeah,
inspiration.
then I have bardic inspiration on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then
And then it's your-
shall I do my next attack and then because I get 2 attacks per.
Yeah, you would get that at advantage, and you didn't use your bardic inspiration then, so you can use it on this.
Oh,
You don't need to.
23.
Yeah,
Wait.
both of the attacks hit.
Okay.
It's 20 and a 23 without bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Nice, tasty.
And then I get. Oh no, that wouldn't have even been a 23. That would have been a 25.
Painful barbarian slams on this tiny person.
Yeah.
Bullies.
We're bullies.
11 and then 8.
Got a knife.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a stabber.
You got a stabber. Stab him.
Got a stabby stab.
Is that for all the attacks with the +2 for the damage on the rage? I think you get +2 on the damage on the rage, don't you, as well?
I'm still getting used to this.
But being a
Okay.
barbarian,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage, yeah.
Yeah, so you get +2 on both of those attacks as well. So it's
So-
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the last one.
So it would have been what? Was it 19?
You get another 4
21,
damage.
22, 23.
Yeah, you get another 4 damage. On top
Yeah.
of that. So yeah. This individual looks absolutely a shambles with this brutal, punishing, mind-bending poetry and Baku's inflicting on the mind with Tasha's mind whip. And all right, and they drop their dagger and they put their hands up. You give the frickin' yo-yo.
I feel terrible. I stole from this creature. All I wanted was its things back.
It is Baku's turn. So they surrender. They drop their weapon.
Okay, casting.
Okay.
Because no, sorry.
Yeah, attack your friends.
Yeah, and try to trick us in the woods and try to stab us, and then, oh, I'm sorry, can I just go home now?
Yeah.
No. And also, you can't go and hide behind a tree and call 400 of your brownie friends to come and murder us in the night either. So still aware of the fire aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my transmute ability, and I'm going to cast Firebolt, but I'm turning it into a ice attack.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a firebolt attack, ranged weapon attack, ranged spell attack even weapon.
Yeah, so it's 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. That's some good rolling.
And 10 points of cold damage.
10 points. Describe to me how this bolt hits and what effect it has and how you end this creature.
Wow.
It's supposed to be a firebolt. but it's been iced instead. So it looks like the worst hard packed icy snowball you've ever got blindsided with by someone who's put rocks and ice in it instead of snow.
Oh, yeah.
We all know that pain.
It's moving at about as fast as a baseball pitch, with little sparkly bits of ice coming off the back, and it's going to essentially, although it's the cold that really does it, it's going to push his cheekbones back in reverse way that they're supposed to be facing.
As that happens, the illusion is revealed. They collapse to the floor, and what appeared to be a small gnomish person, the shapes are all wrong, and the kind of vision is cleared from it, and you realise that this is not what you thought it was back then, and because of your nature roll will still hold because you're looking at the same being. You believe this is a satyr. This is never a brownie. This is a satyr.
Okay. When a 2 foot tall brownie got smashed with fire and mind tricks and hit over the head with a big stick and kept going, I had some doubts. But yeah, okay.
yeah.
Right.
They collapse to the ground. You can see the sort of little furry hooves, blooded in the face.
What is that?
A satyr. Look, Mr. Tumnus. On the Witch Wardrobe.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
dressed as, yeah. I was in a play with Alan Moore of Watchmen fame, and I dressed as a satyr. I played Mr. Tumnus. That was interesting.
Yeah, we spent ages trying to figure out how we were going to get hooves on you, didn't we?
Yeah, and I just wore massive, like, stack platforms that we covered in paper
To look like hooves.
And then I was.
That was quite amusing.
He was the voice of God.
Yeah, he was.
Alan,
It suits him.
Alan Moore, the voice of God, and he's got a very booming voice as well.
James has drawn an amazing picture of Cramlin going really fast. You'll put it on the server. It's fine.
I was going to say, please show. We need to see this.
What would you like to do? Your individual is down, finished.
How big are satyrs?
They are a medium humanoid, 4 foot.
Right. Okay.
I follow Cramlin. I find a stick and pick. Pick.
It's not responding. This time it is most definitely a dead.
Perhaps now we should bury them so that they are not found.
They are still wearing a little jacket.
I was going to say, can we see if they have any more things like the yo-yo?
Of course you
Or
can.
any golden mushrooms or anything, because they're on about golden mushrooms.
Yeah, make an Well, you don't even need to make an investigation check. They're dead. You're not like having to search for something. You reach in their pockets, you find a bag, and inside it there are 4 golden mushrooms.
Yes! Take takes.
You also find a little brooch, pinned onto the lapel of the waistcoat that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a little set of panpipes.
Oh. The girls.
They are a set of panpipes, you say?
No, a little brooch that looks like a set.
A little brooch that resembles panpipes.
Yeah. How many golden mushrooms do I get?
4 golden mushrooms.
4.
And these golden mushrooms, if consumed, give you the benefits without having to spend the time of a short rest.
Wow.
So any short rest abilities will reset. You roll hit dice, etc. They are rather handy little tools.
They're going straight to Nana.
You're not like thinking of your party. Everything that you collect. Worms, Kermit.
Would I know that that's what happened when you ate these golden mushrooms?
I will tell you as a player, you will know, yes. So, would Tobias know?
That's what I'm asking. Would Tobias know?
Make a nature check.
Because if Tobias knows, then he will they will be for our benefit. If he doesn't know, all he's thinking is golden mushrooms. Nana would love these.
Nana's collection. Nana's,
So what do I have to do?
Nature, please. It's a D20 roll with whatever your nature bonus is.
Oh, I keep putting my phone that side because it's
Used to having it there.
4.
Oh, are you such a nature boy, Tobias? You such
What's
a
that
little
for?
jungle Jim.
4. I've been hanging out with Nana.
George of the Jungle.
8.
8. Maybe you don't know what these are.
Okay.
They are interesting items. The rest of the party would see you kind of rummaging through the individual's clothing,
Yeah.
checking them over, looking for yo-yos.
They had a cool yo-yo and then mentioned golden mushrooms, man. Like, I'll say,
Do they have any form of identification on them?
Other than this little pin, they do not have any dockets or anything.
Pete,
on
I've
them.
broken the jar.
You have.
This is why we can't have nice things. I've broken my neck. I've broken the jar.
I'll deal with that in a moment.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's all you find. There's been no identification. The green jacket is like of a suede kind of thing, but they don't actually wear anything on the lower half. It is just all muff.
Don't ever
All
say
muff,
all
waist
muff.
down.
Okie dokie.
That's what satyrs are. Like,
It's the way you said it.
They are furry.
It's the way you said it.
this is front and bum muff.
Oh,
Double buff.
anyway. How did a group of definitely over, well, I don't want to assume ages, but older adults.
Just about over 20.
Yeah, like, mature, anyway.
Seasoned.
Seasoned adults. Anyway. Should we
I was waiting for Eri to say an age and I was just like
He's over 30, that's why. Are you?
And yeah, what was your question?
I'm going to start digging a hole for this person to be buried in.
Okay.
Did Eri just assume I'm over 30?
Little did you know.
Because I thought
Yes,
Baby.
there is time to do this, and reverently, do you say any words, Nan, as you bury this one?
thank you for the yo-yo. I'm sure it will help us greatly. But no thanks for the lies. And then I'll throw dirt on them.
Cramlin tries to pop his knee back in the right position.
Oh, Cramlin, let me have a look at that. I will help Cramlin.
Make a
I have to
medicine
push
check.
it the opposite way. Bird legs.
I see, yes.
Thank you. Ah! And Cramlin, before like all of this happens, can Cramlin steal? Is the dagger nicer than Cramlin's dagger?
Whose dagger?
The dead.
It's actually when it is revealed itself, it is almost like a scimitar rather than a dagger.
Cramlin's gonna take that. It's shiny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
Probably
cannot.
No, just gonna have it.
You can add it to your inventory, and you can just search scimitar, and it should be able to add. It is of a non-magical variety. It's a straightforward scimitar, but it is a finesse weapon, which means you can do your first attack with it, and then you can second attack with a dagger if you want to.
He's not proficient.
Oh, is he? You just don't get your proficiency bonus with it.
Ah.
You can still attack with a non-weapon that you're non-proficient with, but you don't get your proficiency bonus as well. You're just not as good at doing it.
I was amazed I'm proficient with using a javelin.
Yeah, well, you get lots
I
of
was like,
martial
oh.
stuff because you're a barbarian.
Yeah,
And
I
Gavin
was
It's a
is
amazed
stick.
at that. I
martial,
was
I
like,
think.
oh, nice.
Well, you just imagine like on the battlefield, like
It is a stick.
hulking
Made of
thing.
metal.
I'm going to kill that at a long distance, and then I'm going to go and punch it once it's dead.
yeah, just to make sure.
Okay, we're coming up to past, so we'll call it at this point, I think, folks. And yeah, that was a fun game. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Really.
Always very silly. Will we ever close these portals? Let's find out next time on do we very far or not very far, you know?
You've gone in a circle.
Explain to
You've
Cramlin
literally
that you're
walked in a circle and killed a satyr.
Yeah, I guess I haven't sort of explained that I'm here to help. I think I said that I'm traveling to help the forest. Something.
Yeah, you did at some point say that. And you explained to Baku that there would be work ahead, possibly places for hire, but places where they would hire somebody. And you're hoping for the best for just wandering through the forest to find Nana. And
It's
well,
a forest. It's
you're hoping for the next Starbucks, Cramlin.
Well, the next job.
Yeah, next job.
But but someone like says, "Oh, it's like it's this one more job sort of thing." Cramlin's just like, "Oh, what? Like in a shop?" So
Yeah.
one last job.
I think that might be how you get employed. Is you just start working at the place.
Exactly. Yeah, that is how he starts working.
You don't
Just kind of
apply to go through any official process.
you just start.
You know, like when someone just cleans a table in a bar. That's how he starts.
We had someone actually do that at the beer cellar one night. When I used to work at the Bristol Beer Cellar, and there'd be gigs on, and I forget who it was, but it was a really busy night, and they're a nightmare for staffing because it's really busy for half an hour,